I'm David Stillman from the Public-Private Alliance Foundation. I have with me Virgilio Malagon, advisor to the President of the National Energy Commission of the Dominican Republic. We're talking about renewable energy in the Dominican Republic and the linkages of the Public-Private Alliance Foundation to these big efforts. Virgilio, tell me about the Commission and its work.
Well, above all, thank you for meeting again and having this chat for the improvement of the relationship between the private investor and the government in the pursuing of the development of renewable energy projects. Well, so far, as you know, the previous experience we have with the two seminars in October and December, I think that excellent ideas, came through, and I believe that for the first time, key sectors of the Dominican society do understand the importance of partnership in order to develop and make a reality several projects that are urgently needed. But not only in the sense of developing a project per se, but also trying to develop a technology that comes out of those projects in order that the country may be perhaps a niche for developing technologies that we can export, you see, concerning renewable energy technology. I think that we have now an excellent opportunity to analyze and to digest all those results that came out of those two seminars. I tell you, I was really impressed of the way that the seminars were conducted, and also that the results are being the authorities have been very receptive with the results of these two seminars.
I saw in the newspapers that Enrique Ramirez, President of the Commission, has declared 2010 as the year for renewable energy.
Oh yes. We are trying to, perhaps, if everything goes well, mainly, okay. Well, we're going to chop this.
Yes.
So, going back to your question.
Shall I start the question again? Would that be easier?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I see in the newspapers that the President of the National Energy Commission, Enrique Ramirez, has declared 2010 as the year of renewable energy. What can you tell us about that?
Well, Mr. Ramirez is very concerned about the importance of to make viable two projects of renewable energies in the Dominican Republic. And as you know, bioenergy development it takes time, you see, to make a reality a project of that tenure. But on the other side, if you take projects of the wind generation, solar panel generations, we are very optimistic this year.
I've seen something in the papers that solar and wind are going to be.
We are expecting to put into service about from 50 to 75 megawatts for this 2010 year. That would include a combination of wind power, wind generation, and solar panel generation, and some thermal generation too. Also, there is a program, it's called the BEN, which is the National Energy Program, which has been widely discussed in our offices with the participation of about 35 key role makers of the Dominican society on the economic, finance, and political and religious side too, by the way. Those social interest groups are taking a very militant participation on this project in our office. And we are expecting that as a product of these efforts, the Dominican Republic will have a new energy matrix, which is very important. And
Public-Private Alliance Foundation is all about bringing together disparate groups, stakeholders, shareholders, public, private, academic, financial, United Nations. It sounds like this is an idea that
that's right.
Has merit.
Those seminars were like the seed for us for endeavor ourselves in this BEM program, and so far we have about 185 pages of notes of about 38 key personalities that have expressed their thinking about what the Dominican Republic should do about their energy sector, and what the role of the CNE would be, what is the lack of financing for a project, what is the lack of fund for the CNE, and all those things have been widely discussed, sometimes with a little bit well-seasoned arguments, and some, of course, as a compromise concerning the source of the funds and how the funds can be channeled. As you know, there's last week there was a decree that united all the energy subsector that is led by Mr. Marazzini, and that decree gave him extraordinary powers, you see, in order to put into order the electrical subsector of the Dominican Republic. But at the same time, there was another parallel decree that all the funds that we may be able to access to the Industry and Commerce Department, these are the famous 5% that was a long time ago deviated from the natural purpose that what was supposed to be done with those funds. Now, all those funds are going to the income tax authorities, you see, as income. But Mr. Ramirez, myself, and a group of citizens, and also as a product of these PMM meetings, are requesting the President that finally those funds go to the CNE for the following purposes. First, of course, technical improvement in the capacity of the personnel, and also equipment, transportation, etc. Also to establish a small seeding fund to finance small projects of the renewable energy. And thirdly, is also to start educating programs, you see, on the Dominican society, so they understand what is energy saving really is and what renewable energy really is. Because sometimes you make too heavily emphasis on renewable energy and forget energy efficiency. You see? And this is offset of those two critical vectors cannot still behave the way they have been doing in the past.
Well, this is something that I hope PPAF will continue to be involved in.
Right.
It's very exciting work in the Dominican Republic, and hope to have further opportunities to work with you on these matters.
You are most welcome. Always are most welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.